If you don't have a streamlined process for asking current or existing clients for referrals, you're leaving a ton of money on the table. Legendary sales trainer Brian Tracy once said, referrals are 16 times more likely to sign up than someone that doesn't know you. And it makes sense, right? Who doesn't like a personal recommendation when they're buying? If that sounds interesting, let's get into it. What's a referral and why are all salespeople obsessed with them? Well, a referral, it's pretty obvious, right? It's a previous client or an acquaintance who gives your contact information or recommends you to another client. Okay, right. We all know that. Why is that important? Well, anyone who's ever gotten a referral before knows how much easier they are to sign up. The numbers are, according to the great Brian Tracy, sales trainer, a referral is 16 times more likely to sign up than someone who doesn't know you. Right? 16 times. 1,600% more likely. That is why it's worth your time to get a process to get referrals regularly. If you get good enough at referrals, you actually don't need a prospect ever again, which is the dream of all salespeople, right? Or all businesses. They just come and call you, sign up, you don't have to do shit, right? I'm not saying what we're going to teach you today is going to get you there, but it's going to get you on the right track. So let's get into the script, the process, exactly what to do to get a really high rate of referrals, people coming in, and it all comes down to having a process that you follow every time. So what's the mentality of asking for a referral? The real mentality, the real secret to asking for a referral is just doing it, right? Most people don't ask for referrals, and actually, to be honest, most people are actually happy to give you a referral if you've done a good job. So if you're doing a good enough job at your business, and I'm sure you all are, referrals should come very easily, but you still have to ask. That's the biggest thing. Just ask. So the first place, of course, to start is going to be your existing clients that you currently have. If you have a good working relationship with them, if you already have calls booked with them, why not just ask them next time you speak with them for a referral? Or if you haven't spoken with your existing clients for a while, why don't you just frame it as, hey, just reaching out to check in. I want to see a little bit more about how things are going, what we can improve, right, etc., which is totally true. And then at the end, ask for a referral. Now, what happens if it's a previous client? That's a little bit trickier. A previous client that you need to reach out that you haven't maybe talked to in a few months or a year or something. Well, that's what we're going to be focusing on right here. The exact process on how to call people you haven't been working on. However, a lot of this stuff you can use with your existing clients. We'll talk about that later. But essentially, here's what I suggest you do with your previous clients. Okay, so I'm going to give you two sample flows on how to reach out for a referral with your existing client. This is going to be what I call my general script. Okay, now I'm taking this from the path. Let's say you're an SEO agency owner, but whatever works for your industry, just change it. So this would be, let's say this would be the email template I'd reach out to. Prompt them with, hey, just checking in. It's been a little while. I might say something like, hey, so we worked together a while back. I just want to check in and see how the business has been since we worked together. And then what you want to do is you want to bring them a little bit of value. Give them a good reason to get on the call. If I'm an SEO guy, I might say, hey, since we last worked together, Google has launched a few new algorithm updates that have been absolutely devastating sites. If you have 10 minutes, we could hop on a call this week and see if you're at risk. Would tomorrow at 2 o'clock work? Something like that. That's a pretty compelling reason to get them on the call. If this isn't applicable for you, it might be a good time to reach out and let them know a new service that you're offering to see maybe if it's a good fit. Maybe they're in need of X product. Use your imagination a little bit and try and give some value, give them some reason to why it's really worth their while to get them on a call with you. Let's go back to the idea of the SEO services. Like, this might be the flow I would take with that context, right? It has been a little while since we worked together. I just wanted to check in regards to your website, regards to your SEO. I wanted to let you know that it has made some really big updates, and I just wanted to check and see how your traffic's been. Or I wanted to let you know of our new audit service we're running. How's your traffic been? And then just let the conversation proceed. The first step is going to be you actually want to explore and see, hey, maybe it's still a good fit for you guys to work together. Maybe they can just become your clients again. If that's relevant, yeah, sure, proceed, maybe sign them up, do whatever you need. A lot of the times they're going to say no, and that's fine. If it's not going to be a good fit to work together right now, then what I would do is basically go to the drop down. The drop down would be, hey, just by the way, we are taking a few new clients right now. Most of our clients are referrals. So do you happen to know anyone who works in the beauty industry that could use some SEO services or could use some more clients? Yeah, sure, yeah, blah, 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 blah. Okay, great, yeah, so what's their contact info? Respond. Does anyone else come to mind? Ask this question. I actually just did this earlier today with one of my coaching clients, and he gave me like 3 referrals just when I asked this question. So definitely ask this one. Very valuable. Okay, you'll never know how many you get. And then usually what you want to try and do is the goal is going to be you get them to do an email message, a email introduction. Okay, so usually I'm like, okay, that's awesome. Oh, hey, by the way, would you actually mind if you just did a quick email introduction, CC me on it? Usually they'll say yes. Okay, great. Do you have my email? Okay, awesome. And that's it. And the reason that you word it that way is because typically I like to get the contact information before, just so you have it, you write it down, right? You're recording the call, and then if you do want to then ask for the CC and they say no, like no, I'll do it later, because a lot of times they might just not do it. They might say yes and they just don't end up doing it. You do have that contact information, then you can just reach out. Hey guys, real quick, if you do want to learn how to optimize your sales process, smash your quotas, and all other good sales stuff, please subscribe down below. Thank you. Now the first template was a little bit more generic, right? You're just kind of sending out a general message related to your industry. Now I'm going to give you something a little better. I'm going to give you a way that's going to actually really increase your response rate. It's when you come with more value. The more value you come with on this message, the more responses you're going to get. So I'm going back to if you build websites, you're an SEO guy, an old client you haven't worked with in a while, just take a couple minutes and check their website, see what's going on, see if you can find some problems, see if they had a traffic dip, see if this happened, see if they got a bunch of spammy links, see if blah blah blah, see if they have etc etc, right? See what's wrong with the site and then reach out to them, letting them know that you found the problem, right? So I might reach out and say, hey John, problem with your site. Body. Hey John, how business been? I was looking at your site and I noticed that something's wrong with your 301 redirects. Whatever, right? Actually, it wouldn't be a bad time to connect. Do you have 10 minutes tomorrow? Pretty good. Give them a very compelling reason to hop on the call. Something's broken on your site. You'll see your conversions go way up when you do that. Connection on the call, it's going to be pretty similar, right? Just hey intros, you know, how's it going? Yeah, you know, how's a kid, you know, all that good stuff, right? And then just basically come and bring the value. Hey, look, just so you know, I was on your site the other day and I noticed that your blah 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 wasn't working, right? Since we work together, we do now have an audit service. We do have a backlink service. We do have this service. We have a content service. We have this. You know, and actually might be able to help you out there. If you want, I can put a quota together to help you fix the problem that we originally saw, and then do a site-wide audit for similar issues. Pretty easy peasy. A lot of people are just going to say, yeah, sure, of course. You found something that's broke. I don't want to fix it. I don't do this. I don't do that. That's why I pay you. And then they'll end up just signing up. Okay. Now, exact same thing is below. It should be the same script or very similar. If they say no, yeah, it's all right. You know, budget's tight. You know, maybe wait a few months. Yeah, sure, totally. Do you happen to know anyone who's in the same niche who could use some more traffic right now? Or could use some more clients? That's it. Same idea. Write it down, give them the CC, and then send them a message. Hey, really good tip too, by the way. If you do get the contact info from the client and they don't do the CC introduction, basically what you got to keep in mind is when you do reach out to them, it's going to be really cold. They're just going to assume you're another spammer, just another cold outreach. So what's really important when you do reach out to them, if you send them an email or if you call them, you have to reference the person who referred you. So usually the way I put it is like, hey Chris, John gave me your contact info. That would be the subject line, right? And then you'd mention the same thing in the body. Hey Chris, I was talking to John. We worked together a while back and he said you might need some SEO services. You got some time tomorrow? We can talk about it? Yeah, sure, totally, right? That's it. Same thing if you call them, same idea, reference where you got the contact info from, reference what you do, and then you'll see your appointments absolutely skyrocket if you use these methods. Hey guys, that's it for today. I hope you got a lot of value out of it. If you did, if you have any questions, please drop me a comment, or if there's anything you want to see on the channel, please let me know. Thank you.